do weighted calisthenics drop set. So today I wanted to show you guys like how I do my drop sets when I do weighted calisthenics, and this is how I go. Yeah, I try to go to like one right before failure, or right before I feel like I can't pull up anymore, and then I'll stop, and that way I can shake it off a little bit and then switch, take off some weight, and then try it again. And I'm doing relatively low numbers, 2, 3, 4 reps each little set. But yeah, I know it's not super impressive, but this is hard, man. And this is just an example of how I do a drop set. I know people do things differently. They take long breaks in between every single set. But I personally like doing short breaks and like blasting like this because I feel like I build up more muscular endurance faster than if I take long breaks, But everybody has their preference. This is just how I prefer to do it.
I don't want to move.
Yeah, these are really hard today. Like I know my back's gonna be sore tomorrow, but yeah, I was struggling every single rep. I felt like I was struggling today. It definitely wasn't coming in easy. And yeah, it feels nice every single time you finish a little rep set, and then you take off some weights, and then that first rep when you're feeling a little bit lighter, it feels better. But then after you finish your first rep, you're like, oh man, this is heavy again. Yeah, and I got a bunch of little equipment. I got dumbbells and bands and different stuff. And my weight vest is only 5 kilos, and I got 2 kilo each my ankle weights. So I try to be creative to put on extra weight, and then yeah, I know it looks a little bit silly, but yeah, we get creative for doing calisthenics. So yeah, try to be resourceful as well, trying to use what we have and use it in new ways. So yeah. So shortly after I did all the weighted calisthenics, I took like about a 5-minute break, and then I got my bands, and then I started out and I did another drop set. Boom, go body weight, do as many as you can, and then each time I'll use a band. So you'll see how I'm doing it here. Yeah, and after the break and after I took off all the weights and that first body weight set, I managed to get eight reps. I was hoping I was going to get like 10 or 15, but unfortunately I wasn't like Super Saiyan. I couldn't get more, but yeah, we do our best, So right after that first set, then I get that first band. I use the thinnest band first, and then each set I'll upgrade and I'll use a thicker band. So yeah, at first you think it's gonna feel easy, but after you're already gassed out from the weighted calisthenics, like these become really hard. And as long as you're not doing half reps, like you go fully extended, you still get quality reps and doing it. So yeah, it's definitely beneficial. Yeah, you see me shaking. Not easy, baby. So that green band is quite old and stretched out, but when I bought it, it gives you about 15 kilos of support, and then 15 kilos, roughly a little over 30 pounds. And then these yellow bands give you about 25 kilos of support, which is about 50 pounds, or a little over 50 pounds. And then the orange band is 35 kilos, and that's a lot. That's over 70 pounds, But just like doing reps and sets of lat pull downs, like it's not easy to do your full body weight and doing a shit ton of reps with your full body weight, even on lat pull downs. And so yeah, using these bands, like I said, as long as you're doing full extension, you're getting these full range of motion reps. Like it's still hard, And even though this is my last set, I thought I was going to get way more reps. I thought because normally when I'm fresh and I do reps with this orange band, I can get over 20 reps. But when I was gassed out, and this was not easy. These drop sets are hard, guys. So I highly recommend to do these. And to finish my day today, I did a drop set of dips as well, and I used the bands. First, I did 8 reps with my body weight, and then I was determined to get 8 reps with every single band, and I was already gassed out. I did push-ups a little bit earlier as well, because when me and my wife we train, we always do our push-ups and squats, and we do our One Punch Man type workout, This is one thing I'm quite surprised. I don't see many people use bands to help them with dips, and I'm quite surprised because dips are a hard exercise. It's a basic, it's a foundational exercise, but anytime I'm gassed out and I'm sore, I'll still use bands, and it allows me to go really deep. It doesn't hurt your shoulders as much when you're real deep on the dips. So I highly recommend using bands for your dips as well, especially if you're trying to work on it and maybe you're struggling with less than 10 reps max. You use the bands, guys. It helps so much, And even on this third set here, I started struggling. The bands, when you're fresh and you use them for dips, it makes your dips really easy and you feel bouncy and feels good. But when you're sore and and not fresh, it's still hard, And but yeah, it's like I said, great workout, guys. Try it and let me know how it feels for you guys. This is my last set here with this orange band, and even with the orange band, I was hurting, I was struggling. But guys, highly recommend drop sets, especially for calisthenics, using bands, using weighted calisthenics, and you'll see a lot of progress. And doing them back to back like this with really, really short breaks in between sets, you really build up muscular endurance really fast. And this is how I like to do it. You guys can try it out for yourself and see how it goes, And let me know let me know what you guys think as well. Thanks everyone, and if you comment, I'll get back to you. Cheers, everybody.